everybody, this is Alberto Kennedy, aka Grimoire. This video is going to be discussing the effects of denying your psychic ability, and I have my notes. A lot of people who I have the blessing to know, are very psychic. However, there are some who are open about it, and there are some who deny their psychic ability. Why would you deny your psychic ability? There are valid reasons for doing it. I couldn't, but there are some that do. And let's address that. What are the reasons why people would deny their own psychic ability? Well, the stigma behind psychic abilities. If you're psychic and you share that with people, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to take issue with that. They're going to see you as weird. There's going to be that uncomfortable ambiance with that person. They're just not going to receive that in a positive manner. Being perceived as different, because that's really what it's about. When you're psychic, you are different. You are. You can see, you can sense, you can feel things that other people cannot. Now, before I continue, yes, we are all psychic to varying degrees. But there are some people who are born with the gift much more developed than others, and those are naturals. Others have to work at it, cultivate their abilities. Some people are born with the gift full blown. It's out, it's live and direct, it's activated, and some of these people have a hard time dealing with the world at large because of their psychic ability. Being persecuted, which is a part of being different. Humanity shares many qualities with the animal kingdom in a sense that as a species, we will shun, ostracize, persecute, cull. Those people we feel that are different than ourselves, different than our experience. Those people that can do things that we can't. We fear, as a species, we fear that which is different because it's outside of our experience. And so that's what happens with psychics. When you're a psychic and you're in an environment where people are not open to that, well, there's going to be a disconnect. And that has to be expected. Because still to this day, we celebrate homogeny, cookie cutter, status quo. That what is normal, as opposed to what is different. And so when you're psychic and you have abilities, there's some people that say, I can't deal with all that. I'm trying to blend in. I want a life. I want to be normal. I don't want this. And that's where it comes from for some people who deny their psychic abilities. And it's sad because they can't really be who they truly are. Because there's some people who are in fact psychic and deny their abilities, and this is their argument. And I understand it. I mean, I could never deny my abilities, obviously, but I can understand that perspective. And their perspective is, there's a difference between being psychic and having psychic ability. They're the same thing on the surface, right? It's a little bit more complicated. For example, you can be a psychic, fully developed abilities, and not want to practice your abilities. Not every psychic needs to put up a shingle in the front door and say, hey, I'm a psychic, come see me. There are some psychics that say, okay, I am not my ability. I have these abilities, but there is so much more to who I am. I choose not to define myself by my ability. For example, an athlete who plays basketball Are they a basketball player, or are they an athlete who plays basketball but has many other qualities and factors and talents to who they are as a being? You know, that's deep. Think about that one. Some people choose not to define themselves by their abilities. Um, and some people choose not to use their abilities because they don't want to be defined by them. And some people choose not to use their abilities because they don't want to be psychic. That's where it's a bit difficult, because if you're a fish in water, but you want to be a bird, you a fish in water. Sit down. But I can understand that struggle. And that struggle stems by what I just told you in terms of the stigma behind having abilities, wanting to blend in and be accepted for who you are, not what you can do. The fear of persecution, the fear of being different. Because that which is status quo, that which is perceived as normal, normal being the standard established by society. If you are outside that standard, the world can be cruel. Look at the beauty standards out there right now. Look at, you know, all these standards. You have to be like this if you want to be accepted, or to be seen as normal. It's a lot of pressure for somebody that can't or doesn't fit in those standards. The same too with your psychic ability. So I get it. But there is a problem. Just as much as there's a sacrifice with your abilities, there is a sacrifice when you deny your abilities. Being psychic comes with a price in life. You'll always see things and know things and feel things that others can't. You'll always get the jump on something before somebody else does. You will see what's going to happen to the other person, and then you will struggle with, shall I share this with this person? Are they open to it? Or should I be silent and just be there for them when it does happen? Because you know, if you share, if you speak what you see, sometimes you can be punished for it. And that's the struggle, and many other struggles and sacrifices that psychics go through. You can have abilities and not choose to use them. But like I said, that comes with a price tag too. And the price for that is pretty painful. So when you're denying your psychic ability, you may experience the following: anxiety, psychological and emotional loops. You're stuck in a loop. Your behavioral patterns, your emotional patterns, you know, you can't seem to break them because you're on a loop. You know, it's hard to break those loops because you're not being entirely genuine with yourself. You're denying your abilities. And even though they are not who you are, they are a part of who you are, and they must be acknowledged. People who deny their abilities tend to absorb crazy amounts of energy around them, because if you're denying your ability, you're not in control of your ability. If you're not in control of your abilities, they're in control of you. And that's going to cause problems for you on an epic level in every facet of your life. You'll be developing migraines, great deal of migraines. This happens when you deny your psychic abilities and you shut down. Well, you're still absorbing all this information, you know? And so, but you keep it down, you repress it. It's going to affect you on a mental level. And hence migraines will ensue. Neurological health issues, emotional overloads, meltdowns, nervous breakdowns. These happen when you deny your abilities for a long period of time. Well, you're going to develop a lot of physical, neurological, psychological, and emotional issues. And what we do In modern society, when we develop these issues, we self medicate or we medicate, which leads to addiction. A lot of people who deny their psychic ability self medicate, and it becomes out of control, and an addiction happens. Phantom illnesses. You'll be developing illnesses that the doctors will check you, and they'll look at you. You go to a doctor and say, "There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you." But in fact, there is. These phantom illnesses are a result of denying your psychic abilities. PTSD, psychic flare-ups, which suck, because that means for those who are denying their psychic ability, their psychic ability, empathic ability, whatever ability you have in the psychic genre, if you're denying it, they will flare, they will explode, and then all of a sudden you'll be hyper open, hypersensitive, and you're vulnerable, which leads me to my next symptom, which is vulnerability to spiritual, psychic, and occult attack. When you deny your abilities, you leave yourself open and vulnerable to the less desirable energies out there: psychic attack, occult attack, spiritual attack. Now, like I said, you don't have to be a practicing psychic to be psychic. But you do have to get your abilities in check. You do have to get your abilities under control, at least for you. If you don't want to help somebody out, if you're going like, "Oh, I ain't about to be no captain, save a soul." Okay, you don't have to be. But you do need to help yourself and get your abilities in check. And the start to that is to acknowledge you are psychic. You do have abilities. If you don't run your abilities, run, synonym for control. If you don't run your abilities, they're going to run you. Get them in line. And this is how. Accept that you are psychic, that you do have these abilities. Not to other people. This is between you and you, within yourself. You do have psychic abilities. Meditation is key. You do need to meditate. Meditation, a lot of people that meditate, please, what that's going to do? Meditate gets a bum rap from certain occultists, spiritualists, mystics, psychics. Meditation is key if you want to get yourself in check, in control. Meditation is like a bath or a shower for the mind and spirit. In some minds and some spirits, it's dirty as hell, so they do need a shower. Meditation is a mental, spiritual, emotional, and psychic shower. It's a rinse. It cleanses you. Meditation helps you also tap into your unconscious mind. Now, this is important. The unconscious mind is where all our issues, all our hopes, dreams, fears, traumas that we recorded, that we've experienced, they stay in the unconscious mind. And meditation helps you tap into the unconscious mind so you can cleanse that, heal that. Meditation is key. Through meditation, you acknowledge your fears. What are you afraid of? On a mental, emotional, spiritual, life level. What are you afraid of? What do you fear? It's better to face it in your unconscious, because your unconscious, if you don't deal with your unconscious, you will unconsciously create your fears and your physical existence in your life. You will do it. That's where self-sabotage, self-deceit, all the things that we do to ourselves that cause problems in our physical life, that all comes from the unconscious mind. So whatever you are holding inside you, forgive it, acknowledge it, work through it and let it go. Um, that helps you work through your psychological and emotional issues, which tend to manifest in our lives, especially when you're denying your psychic abilities. Acknowledge your socialization process sculpted your psychological and emotional composition and cemented your current personality, behavioral patterns, and your perspective of the reality you are currently creating. When you do this, when you do your inner work through meditation, your psychic abilities will develop, and you will develop control over them. Part of developing your psychic ability is developing your ability to control your ability, you know? And that's paramount if you want to lead a healthy life. It's okay to want to blend in to your reality, to want to be normal. I don't quite understand that, but I respect that decision, and this is a way you can do it. You if you want to blend in, if you want to deny your psychic ability, let's change the game a bit, in the sense that maybe not deny your psychic ability, because you have to accept it in order for you to accept yourself completely, especially if you're a psychic. But you don't have to practice your psychic ability. You don't have to help others, or, like I said, be Captain Save a Soul or do so. No, but you do have to acknowledge that that's a part of who you are, and it's okay. You want to also acknowledge the fact that your fear of being different, your fear of being unique, your fear of having certain abilities that the majority of the population doesn't have fully developed, you have to make peace with that, because by the status quo's perspective, psychic ability is abnormal. If you have abilities, there is going to be majority of people out there thinking that you are abnormal, something wrong with you, because they don't have it. They can't understand, nor are they willing to empathize or try to understand you. So you have to understand you. If you're seeking acceptance outside of yourself, that's a clear indication that you have not accepted yourself within yourself. That's a problem. You need to accept yourself and every aspect of yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, so you can work on you. You can't work on you and be the best you can be if there's parts of your being that you don't accept or that you deny. You're not being genuine. And everything that you build in life will fall apart because it's not genuine. This is for the psychics out there that are denying their ability. I get you. And this is not a judgment. This is not a judgment video like, oh, you. No. Do you. I'm just trying to help you do you to a point where you're not hurting you. Because if you're denying your psychic ability, you're hurting you. Because you're not being genuine with you. If you deny yourself, how can anybody else be able to give themselves fully to you? If you're not really giving yourself fully to that person, or your friendships, relationships, or whatever, you're not being fully genuine with them. So it's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's going to be hard work for nothing, because you're not being genuine with them or yourself. Being psychic, yes, it's wrought with difficulties, but not impossible to manage. And in fact, it makes you stronger. I'll conclude with, there was a time I wanted to be normal when I was younger. It didn't work out, clearly. Um, I felt that I just wanted to fit in. I just wanted to fit in, you know. But I had to meditate. And when I meditated, I finally realized, okay, I'm not going to fit in anywhere, if I'm not happy with me. And if I'm denying certain aspects of who I am, I'll never be happy. I'll just be, it's perpetual hard work without the payoff, you know, because I'll be fighting to fit in, fighting for this group of friends, fighting to blend in with those group of friends, fighting to, you know, to do this and that. Where's my peace? Where's my serenity? Where's my center? Where's my focus? Accepting yourself, accepting your psychic ability is a powerful thing. Like I said, you don't have to advertise it, but within yourself, you do have to make peace. I hope this information finds you well. More videos coming soon. I'm just trying to bring light to dark places. And forgive the brief hiatus I took. It took a while coming back. I'm writing a new book. No details I shall give until I am finished with this book. But that's what I'm doing. But more videos will be coming soon. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel. And like I said, more videos coming soon. You guys take care of each other out there. Bye.